I am creating one folder here. Within that folder, I am going to open command prompt. Okay, just I am typing cmd and press enter. That's it. Okay. Now I am going to create one virtual environment. If Python is installed, then only it will work. To install virtual environment, the command is pip install virtual env. Okay, note down everyone the command pip install virtual env. Okay, if you click this one, it will be installed here. Everything it wants some internet. Okay, in my system it is already installed. That's why it is telling that already satisfied. Okay, then now I am going to create my own virtual environment. What is the use of virtual environment means, here I am going to install some other packages. This project requires some modules and some requirements. I am going to that is some other project I am going to create. That project does not need these modules. That's why I am not installing all the modules totally in the system. Instead of that one, I am going to install particularly I am going to create one virtual machine, and then I am going to install all my some modules what are required for this project I am creating here. Okay, my for example virtual env space, I am going to create some env, my env, any other name, any name, my env. Yes, I am going to create now. If you observe here, it is one folder is creating here. If you observe here, it will take some 2 to 3 minutes. Yes, it will create some virtual environment. Now I want to activate that virtual environment. That is not activated now. I am going to activate it. What is the name? My env, my env slash scripts slash activate. My env is my virtual environment name, and within that some folder is there. Scripts, S is capital here, and activate. If you observe here, if it is activated, it will be look like this. Okay, is it clear everyone how I am activating this one? Is it okay everyone? Students, just reply me. All the 12 members, we have to reply if it is understand or not. If it is understand, then only we can start our project, right? That's why for every time you have to tell me that if it is understandable. If you have any doubt, just ask me. Okay, for example, if I close this one, now I'm going to start it again. Where is my project? This is my Flask project. I'm moving here, and again I am going to open command prompt. There is no need to install again virtual environment and again nothing. Just already virtual environment is there, then we have to activate it. That's it. My activity is my env slash scripts slash activate. That's it. Okay, use this column. Okay, everyone, don't this one, you have to use this one. Okay, how to activate it is clear, everyone. My environment slash scripts slash activate. Then we have to install Flask. Flask. To install Flask, simply pip install Flask. What is the command to install Flask? I'm not installing in my system. I am going to install in my virtual environment. Only in my virtual environment. Okay, pip install Flask. Yes, it is going to be download all the necessary. It is also some internet required. It has also just it is automatically downloading all the things what you required. That's it, nothing else. I am here. I am downloaded. One time is enough, right? Okay, everything what I am doing installing is one time is enough. Pip install Flask. That's it. That is going to install Flask. Pip install Flask, like this. The command, if you are not just note it down, everyone, what I am telling. Pip install Flask. That's it. If I am trying again, it is requirement already satisfied. Okay. And for the database, we have to install one more module, that is MySQL connector. Pip install MySQL hyphen connector. We have to install this one also. For database connection, we are going to install MySQL. MySQL is some database. That means we have to store the data in the some place, that is MySQL. That's it, nothing else. For example, you are registering for the for our courses, right? Like this, these are your names and everything, and where we are going to store it in the database. Our database is MySQL. Pip install MySQL hyphen connector. Think everyone clear? Yes, one more thing is there, and I will write here what it works, how it works. I will show you. CLS. CLS means clear the screen. Okay, then I am going to write pip freeze requirements, some any name, no problem. Some req.txt. Okay, some text name. I am going to pip freeze some greater than symbol and some .txt file. If I give like this, it is going to be automatically, if I open it, these are the requirements. These are the requirements for automatically installed. I am installed here some
ఇదిగో
Flask here. I am installed some MySQL
ఈ
connector
డేమో
here.
ప్రాజెక్ట్ చెప్తున్నాడు క్లాసు మమ్మీ నేను ఒకసారి డల్ అయిపోయింది ఎందుకు ఏ మళ్ళీ
First of all, if you are not interested, just don't come, please. If you want to do any other project, just go for other project. Okay? Okay. These all are already some what is it? Installed in our project, in our some virtual environment. All these are installed. That automatically some when you are installing some Flask, some other also installed here. And this is if you are installed anything else, it is going to be working here. Okay. What is the use of this one? For example, if you are going, I will create one more. I will create here one more CMD. I will show you. Wait, I'm going to create one more virtual environment. Space my space like this. I'm going to install it. I'm going to create one more virtual environment. Now yes, one more virtual environment is also created. Now there is no Flask is not installed here, and some MySQL connector is not installed here, right? Now using this file, for example, I installed one. For example, I am going to install here some 100 modules are there. Then again I am going to do another project. I want to install all the 100 modules. That is not necessary, right? That is not necessary. Now I am going to install. Now I am going to install. Open it. First of all, I am going to activate my new space slash scripts slash activate. Yes, my this is also activated. Now I am going to install what is in the requirement .txt file. I am going to install into this MySpace also using some pip install. There is no need to require pip install Flask, pip install something else. There is no need to require that. I am going to install this requirement file directly. Pip install -r req.txt. Pip install -r, and that means we have to read from that requirement.txt, and we have to add one by one. That's it. That means it is going to be install all the what are the modules here. If you observe here, what is in this file, it is going to be installed one by one. If you observe here. Okay, is it clear everyone what I am doing? One virtual environment is enough. I am going to delete it. One is enough. It will delete. No problem. Now I am going to open my virtual environment, that is my env slash env Okay, like this I am going to activate my virtual environment. Now I am going to open some Sublime text editor. That is the installation. That's it. Installation part is clear. Everything. There is first of all we have to install virtual environment. Then we have to create virtual environment and we have to activate it, and we have to install Flask and MySQL connector. That's it. Okay. Just minimize this one. Now I am going to open Sublime text. I am going to close it to close all the files. Remove folder from the project. Basically, the Sublime text editor is like this. Okay. Now I am going to open. Folder. I am going to open total project, right? What is my project here? This is not my project. My project is Flask project. Here I am going to create one more folder, that is project or my project. My project, like this. Okay. I am going to open this project. Okay, clear everyone? Control N. I am going to add to this one every time. This is going to be not opening here. I am going to add one file here to my project, that is some index.py. You have to select all files or all types. I am going to create one .py file, .python file. That's it. Okay. In that folder, I am creating one folder, that is my project. In that my project, I am going to create one file that is named as any other name, no problem. We have to mention it .py file. That means it's a Python file. Okay. Now I am going to add here some FLASK Flask import star. The star represents that means we are installing Flask there, na? Then we are importing the module. For example, in C program we are writing that hash include stdio.h. That means we are going to import stdio.h module. That means it has some printf and scanf, right? Here also I am going to import some Flask module. From Flask import star. Star represents all functionalities in that Flask module. Okay. Now I am going to create one object of this Flask class, like this, two underscores. That is two underscores here and two underscores here. Okay. Some students are thinking that this is one underscore. No, there are two underscores. Okay, clear everyone what I am writing? I am going to create what is this? Object creation for Flask. Object creation for Flask. Okay. There are two underscores. Underscore name, underscore. Okay. And now this is the starting lines and the last lines. The last lines we have to write here underscore name underscore is equal to double quotations underscore main underscore. What is this means? This is a web project, right? For example, if it is a normal project, it will be executed at least once. For example, if you give some 5, if it is an even number, odd number, it is find that it is an odd number and it is coming out. But this is a web project, right? If it is a web project, it has to be open like this. Every time it has to be open in like this. If for example, if I open this page, it is going to redirect this page and the content has to be maintained like that. That's why we have to write it is in some indefinitely every time we have to run it, app dot run of debug is equal to true. That means it is going to be every time the debug is going to be true. That means it is going to be continuously executing. That's it. Nothing else. The four lines of code here. First of all, importing module, creation of object, and indefinitely execution lines. There are two underscores. This is two underscores. This is also two underscores. Here also two. Here also two. Here also two. Here also two. Okay, clear everyone? Nothing. Very simple. Just we need some common sense. That's it. Okay, is it clear what I'm writing? In Flask environment, there is only one Python file, that is some index.py file only. There is no other file, no other Python file. Okay, is it okay, everyone? Nothing is there. I will write now. I'm going to write some main content here. I think everyone knows how to write functions in Python. What is the keyword to open start the functions in Python? Yes, def. Def. I'm writing some home like this. Okay, I'm writing some pass. I think pass means, what is the use of pass? That means nothing. Pass means nothing. That means the function is not developed. I will send it. I will send it. Okay, before this we are going to write one. I will write that routing, some route of I'm maintaining some like this. No problem for this. Just wait and see what I'm doing. Return some high. That's it. What I'm writing here, return some high. I have to maintain like this. Sorry. That's it. I'm writing here some app dot route of. Why I'm writing like this? This means this is index page or first page. I will showing that. I will show you how to execute it. This is the basic structure of Flask project first of all, and how to execute the Flask project. Yes, open command prompt. Where we have to move to our project, that is my project. Yes, cd. The command is cd my project. That means we are in a D drive, Flask project, my project. Yes, here I am doing that. This is D drive, Flask project, in that my project. Okay, now I am going to execute it. How we are going to execute it? Very simple command, python space index.py. That's it. Python space index.py. Just click on that one. That's it. If you execute it, it will give some IP address here. Every time it will give same address. Just it has to be copied, and we have to work on some browser here. Just paste it and execute it. What it is going to be? Debug is equal to true. That's good. Python space index.p, right? It is going to be closing here. Yes, okay. Clear. Yes, if you observe here, it is going to be print some hi in the web page, right? It is going to be executed indefinitely. If you observe here, okay. That means what is the mistake means? If I'm not saved the program, that is the mistake. Okay. If you save and then only you have to run it, that is the mistake there. Here it is going to be printing some hi. Whatever I write here, last project, I'm writing here. If I execute it, it is going to be some Flask project. Okay, is it clear everyone what I'm doing here? And I'm writing here one more thing. For example, I'm writing here is the home page. I'm writing here home page. This I'm writing again at the rate app dot rot route of double quotations slash home. What is this meaning? Means if I open, there is nothing here, right? Then also it is going to be go for this page, or slash home also this page. Okay, now again I am going to write one more function. Everything is in function here. App dot route of double quotation slash some about. That means it is going to be about. I am going to write some about underscore page of some function is different and something is different. Return about page. Okay, some about page. If I execute it, here if it is home, it is going to be home page. If there is nothing, then also it is going to be the home page. If I am going to write here as about, now it is going to be about page. Just look at there. Is it okay everyone? What I am doing? The last lines. Yes. These are the last lines, last two lines. Okay, these are the functions. Can I stop here or can I continue? Only one student is replying. First of all, installing and everything. Then we are going to write some basic content here. Can I continue it? Okay. Good. But at the time of practice, just slowly you have to do it. Okay. Don't be confused when you are in practice. Okay. Then next one is we are going to here. I am going to create one folder here, that is templates folder. Okay. We are going to create one templates folder here. In that templates folder only all the HTML files we have to place in the templates folder only. Okay, for example, I will show you the whole project here. Like this, templates, all the HTML files, we have to store in the templates folder only. Okay, there is two more folders are there. First one is static and upload, and we have to create one or two more folders that are static, and one is static. It is static, and one thing is upload. Anything, no problem, upload. Okay, this folder name is whatever you want, no problem, but these two has to be, this is going to be static and this is going to be templates only. Okay, what is the use of static means? The CSS files and all are everything we have to place in static folder, and in templates folder we have to, up to now, just focus on templates folder only. Don't think about what is static and what is upload. Okay, just we are creating in the project three folders: static, templates and upload, and one file that is called index. That's it. Here in templates folder we are going to create, I'm going to create in templates folder, that is some, I'm going to start some index.html or anything, any name. I'm going to write here as HTML, index.html. All files you have to maintain, and one index file. Okay, in that index file, just if you write like this, if you type h and it is going to be asked for HTML, if you just click on enter, it will automatically create all the template of HTML. No need to write all the things. Okay, in that title I'm going to write my project name, something else. Okay, whatever I write in the body, that is visible here. Okay, that is going to be visible here. If I write title, for example, if I save here, it is going to be represent here, the title box. I will show you. In that I am going to write some h1 tag. H1 tag means it is going to be some header tag, some home page. I'm writing like this, that's it, nothing else. In the body open and body close, in that I am going to write some h1 open and h1 close. Okay, that's it. Now I'm going to link this. Whenever I'm going to call this first page, I'm going to call this index.html, not returning some hi like that. I'm going to call this file, I'm going to call this HTML file. I'm going to write return render underscore template of, what is my file name? It is index.html. Yes, what I'm writing here, return render underscore template of index.html. A routing means it is going to be move, that means it is going to be give some root. If the root is slash home, we are going to render, that means we are going to call one template. That template is index.html. That is the clear abbreviation for this render and routing. Okay, if I'm going to save it, if I'm removing the about page here, if I execute it, sorry, we have to work it out again. Python space index.py. Okay, if I execute it again, an error is there, template not found index.html. It is showing that The template is not found, I think. Index.html. I think I give any spelling mistake. Here, the templates folder. TLATES templates. It is running. I am giving here. Okay. What I write in this HTML file, it is going to be working like this: H2, H1 to H6. H6 are there, the header files, some Flask class. I am going to close it. H2 B drive index. Okay, sorry for that. The templates folder H2 class. I am writing like this. If I execute it, it is going to be coming like this. H1 is a bigger font and H2 is smaller, and H6 is the last one. Okay, is it clear everyone what I am doing here? Just look at the code once. Here this is the index.py. The same thing now also I am doing for the about page also. I am going to copy it. I am going to paste here, and what page I am going to ask here, I am going to call about.html. Okay, I am going to call some about.html. I am going to copy it and one more page. Control A. I am going to paste here. I am going to save it as about is enough. Why? Because save type as HTML, then about is enough. Okay, I am going to write here some about page. Okay, some about page. If I go like this, if I execute it, no problem. Slash about. If I give it as about, it is going to be redirected to about page. Yes, is it clear? I think everyone. It's very simple things. Is it clear? One index.py. How many functions are there here? How many functions are there? There are two functions. I created two files. If you want to call any other, then we have to create the same thing. Is it simple or not? The way I teach is simple. I think, is it clear everyone? Can I move to the next step? Easy everything, but when you are writing by own, it will be some difficult. Okay, I will share this code. I will put in that GitHub, and I will give you the code to you. Total folder I will give you. Okay, but don't copy and paste that one. Just type everything. Just look at the code, no problem, but type everything by your own hands. Okay, just don't copy and paste. If I post in the GitHub, just directly don't do like that. You have to work it your own. Okay, then I'm moving to the next step. What is the next step means? Layout template designing. That is, here I am going to open one more uh, one more one more file. I'm going to copy it and paste it. This is I'm placing as a layout. I'm naming that as a layout. is this? Just wait, students. Sanju. Open project టెస్ట్ అయ్యానంట కానీ వాళ్ళకి మీటింగ్ లింక్ రాలే. Just wait 1 minute. Okay. Yes, what we are doing. Just templating now. We have to write some templating. I am going to create one layout.html. What it is, we have to. What is the use of some templating like this? What is the use of templating? That means if you observe any websites, the menu folder, the header and the footer and the side menus, everything is common. If you observe that things, the everything is common, but the content, the middle content, for example, I will show you in our one websites here. If you open like this is and this footer and this header, this side menu and this header and the footer all are same, but this is the first page, some view.php. For example, if I click on another page, only this part is going to be changed, only this middle part is going to be changed, and everything is common, right? The same thing we have to done with this templates. What is the use of templates? What is the common here? If you observe in the HTML, all these are common, this HTML and this HTML and everything is common in the both HTML files. For example, if 100 pages, in 100 pages all these things are same, right? That's why I am going to delete all these things and what is common I am going to put in layout.html page. In layout.html page. In that layout.html page, what is common, we have to place it here. Okay. Here we have to write inside the body, open bracket, like this, block block content, block space content. Okay, block content, and I am writing that end block, end block. Like this we have to write. This is called Jinja templating. Don't be confused what is Jinja templating like that. It's very simple. When you're writing 2 to 3 lines, it will be clear. That means some dynamic content we have to write in Jinja template. What is dynamic content? I will show you. Okay. This is block content. Block content means what is here in these pages, the content has to be moved into this block contents. How it is going to be moved? we are going to write here. First of all, I am going to extend it. I am going to extend it using extends keyword. Extends. What I have to extend? Layout.html. Double quotations. Layout.html. Okay, extends layout.html. That means if you call this index.html page, it calling this layout.html within this block content. Inside it, the HTML page is going to be, this content is going to be pasted like this. With that, I am going to again, I am going to open block content, and I have to write here end block, BLOCK, end block. Okay, like the same thing we are going to do it for all the pages. When you are creating the page, when you are creating any page, you have to write like this. You have to write the first this one, and inside it the HTML content block, some h1 about this is about page, right? About page. Okay, that's it. The same thing, the result never changes, no problem. The result never changes, but the template is only be changed here. Is it okay, everyone, what I am doing here? Is it clear or not? I think the last one is somewhat tricky. That is also not very much. We are writing, for example, I will show you what is common. For example, I am writing here above the block content. I am writing one thing. Just look at here, some h1. Hi everyone. Okay, I am writing above the block content, right? Above the block content, I am writing something. If you, is it okay? Is it coming in home page or not? If I am moving here slash about, in about page also, hi everyone, what is common for all the pages we are going to put in this above the block content in the layout.html. I think everyone clear? Okay, and now I give you next very simple. I'm going to give. Just wait. How to pass some values here? How to pass some values here? For example, some name is equal to SUDHIR. Okay, what I'm writing here? Some I'm when rendering the template index.html, I'm passing some content. Some name is equal to Sudhir like this. And how to display here? Here I am going to display it. Here I am going to display in the home page. In the home page, I am going to display Sudhir. I am passing here with the index.html name is equal to Sudhir. Here I am going to work it as with the double brackets some name. What is the name? What is the variable name here? This is the variable name and this is the content, right? If it is a single content, that means we are writing in a single line. We are going to use this double brackets. Okay, this double brackets, inside double brackets we have to write it. It is a single variable name. Okay, it's a single variable name. For example, if you write if and else or for loop, anything else, it is some other notation. Okay, this is called Jinja templating. Okay, jinja jinja templating. Okay, now if I execute it, the about page I'm not showing anything. In the home page, here it is. I think I forget to save that code. This is the name. Here also name. Okay. Yes, look at here. It is showing as Sudhir like this. Okay, if I mention here any some H2 or some bold, I am going to write here some bold. B means some bold. If I execute it, it is going to be bold like this. Okay, is it clear? How I am passing the values? For example, I am going to pass here some list. Okay, some list, some data is equal to SUDHIR, comma Harshita, comma Rani, like this. Okay, some data is there. I am going to write data is equal to Sudhir, Harshita and Rani like this, and comma here some data is equal to data. I am passing as data the same name, data is equal to data here. Where I am going to passing here about.html. The about.html, for example, if I go for this one as a data like this, how it is going to be working, I will show you. Slash about. Yes, look at here. It is going to be showing as some list of data, but I am going to just display Sudhir, Harshita and Rani like that. We have to write some for loop. How to write for loop? The for loop here we have to write it like this. For same syntax, for I in data, for I in data, inside it I am going to display I, and I am going to mention end for. Okay, if I execute it, it is going to be looking like this. Okay, is it clear everyone what I'm doing here? How to pass single variable and how to pass multiple values to the HTML pages? Really, half of the syllabus is completed, right? Yes, it is done, almost done. Is it clear everyone what I am telling here? Just I am going to stop here. Okay, it is looking like very simple, but when we are writing that, it will be give some other values. Okay, okay, I am going to stop here. Just practice everything. Okay, again we have to, first of all, Venkatesh, you don't know something how to write some HTML content. Just nothing, it is very simple. HTML content is very simple. Just go to W3 schools and read it. How easy it is. Nothing, there is no logic at all. I will try to cover here also when I am writing the code. Okay, but you have to understand it, you have to read it your own. Okay, is it clear everyone what I am doing? I will share this in GitHub and I will send it in the WhatsApp. Okay everyone, thank you, bye.